Kiwis, stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time.
Time for This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Aussie, CC Rider.
G'day New Zealand, welcome to Daily Bhuja. It is Friday the 4th of May 2018. Great to have your company. Hope you're having a fantastic day as we head into the weekend.
I know
Lee
I
Hart,
am,
g'day mate! How you going, man?
Not bad.
Big night?
Did you say Friday the 4th of May?
Yeah, 4th of May, man.
4th of May.
It is the 4th of May.
You know what?
Are you going to do a Star Wars joke?
It's my parents' 50th wedding anniversary today. So big shout out to Herb and Ann today.
Congratulations.
Friday, 4th of May, 1968. 1968 they married.
50 years.
50 years.
Well, you know
I've
what?
only been around for half of that, but great date nevertheless.
You know, it's just suddenly occurred to me,
Were
Lee
you
Hart.
overseas for the rest of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
We get so many people asking us advice about relationships, about
Yes.
stuff like that. Why the hell aren't we asking Herb and Ann?
Yeah.
We should get Herb and Ann on the show for, to help people out with their relationship problems.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Dad, what would you do in this situation?
So instead of doing the new feature Hoitus Coitus, where you do love
and
But
making-
no, that's more. I mean, I
Let's
don't
ask Herb and Ann.
want to talk to Ann about sex tips, though.
No, but
I don't even want Ann in the studio if we're going to be talking sex. All right?
But how the heck do you stay married for 50 years, right? That's a
Amazing.
long time.
It's great.
You've got to be doing something right.
Well, I agree, mate. Now, Matty, Lola de Noche, you're looking in a bit of pain, mate. Looking a bit pale. What's going on?
I'm better than I was. I was hanging like a fruit bat this morning, if
Yeah,
I'm being
why?
honest. Well, I think you'd know. Couple of
night, was it, mate?
Couple of beersies last night.
Couple,
with
did ya?
just a couple.
Listen, I've been here for over an hour. I'm going to tell you what Matt's had since I've been here. Beers, jerky, 2 chop bars.
One.
2 chop bars and some KFC.
What sort of beer was it?
What do you need to ask? Hey, New Zealand,
On it right now.
here's something else that I've noticed. There's only been like 4 texts since 10:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So are you guys having work drinks? What's going on for the weekend? What's the plan? Text us 3483. Say g'day, whatever you want.
Jace, I want to break the text machine. Let's see if we can get 1,000 texts in the next 2 minutes. Just say text your name, who you are. That's all we need to hear.
That's
all right?
crazy.
It's over to you, New
That's
Zealand.
wacky.
It's over to you, New Zealand. We've also got $500 to give away. Thanks to the guys that saved my bacon. Here's the Black Keys.
Rock and roll!
The Black Keys there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. Thanks for all the people that texted in. We love those, Matty.
We certainly do. He's gone already.
I always know when Lee's had a big night because he has no concept of time or what's going on or sort of what's happening. We're just about to go into a voice break. He just buggers off, starts eating a bit of jerky out in the offices there, just taking his time cruising
Only
around.
real rock and roll radio DJs can walk out with 20 seconds to go in a song,
Totally, mate.
pulling the finger, and grab a beer.
Hey, now listen, a lot of people actually saying that they're having Hoitus Coitus
He's
weekends, Matty.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Hoitus Coitus weekends.
It's the new rage, Hoitus Coitus.
Good Lord.
You go somewhere else for the weekend, you get a little log cabin on a beach somewhere, light a fire, and
Beautiful.
have some Hoitus Coitus.
Yeah.
Well, just in terms of, hangovers and how, because we were having a big discussion before about how is the best way to deal with a hangover.
Yeah.
Do you A, sleep through it? Do you B, make love? Do you C, get back on the horse? Do you D, eat a breakfast/brunch heavy in saturated fats? Or E, all of the above?
Does B count if it's making love and you're the
Sorry,
only
what was
person
A again?
A was just sleep through it.
Yep. B.
B was making love.
there? Is that
C?
Does that count when it's just yourself?
Problem with
No,
B
not
is
really.
no one wants to make love to you.
Well, if you're both hungover, that often is quite a good thing to do.
struggle to
C
get-
is get back on the horse.
Yep.
D is eat a breakfast/brunch heavy in saturated fats. And
I tend
E
to
is
do
all
C.
of the above.
I tend to do C that morphs into D.
You'll actually struggle to make love if you're on E.
Not E.
Oh,
Is
you
there
mean
an F?
option?
No, E was all of the above.
Oh, no, I got you.
You see, all of the above, I would argue, would be the way to go about dealing with it, actually.
Wait, sleeping in.
So you get up, you eat a breakfast, heavy in saturated fat,
No, see,
slash
that
brunch.
You shouldn't do that. It makes your body work harder.
Then you make love, right? Then you have a bit of a snooze, and after that, well, after you've woken up from the snooze, you make love.
I'd make love first.
Oh, you'd make love first?
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
I reckon make love just yourself and then hear of the dog.
Okay. Well, it's curious. I just wanted to know. A lot of people busy for the weekend too, by the way, Lee Hart. Some guy going floundering tonight. You ever been floundering?
You certainly have.
Good times, isn't it? I love to do a bit of a flounder.
Yeah, definitely. I
think
used to
I
be one of the
currently
best flounderers on the West Coast.
Did you use the spear?
Of course.
Or were you a netter? I don't like netting.
You got a spear.
Yeah, you got to do the spear thing. Oh, very good.
We used to have a net. We had a batch at Waihi Beach. We used to drag the net and we'd catch lots of mullet and flounder, chuck it on the smoker.
I used to have flounder shoes, like
the ski things.
like bowling shoes with spikes in them. So you walk around and you step on the flounder, and you flip them up into the net.
Right. Okay. Good stuff.
Flounder shoes, like cricket shoes with big spikes.
Now listen. Also on 3483, text us because we've got $500 we need to give away by the end of the show. So if you need $500, tell us why you need $500 and we'll consider it and maybe give it to you.
Someone's texted in, I tend to make love to someone heavy in saturated fat.
Yes. Good.
It's a good option.
That's a good option. Stone Temple Pilots there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. Now, I just lost all my texts there. I don't know what's happened, Matt. Can you have a look at my textual machine, please?
Black Hawk down.
Jace, just been looking at the Facebook page there,
Yeah.
the Bhuja one and maybe the Hauraki one, and there's a speedo cop scene up there.
Is there indeed?
Yeah,
Jeez,
the
I
one-
haven't seen the Speedo Cops for a long time.
Chief Inspector Reeves, he went to a barbecue, remember?
Oh,
Had a couple of beers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
that
the scene. Someone's chose to put that up there. But anyway, it's got a lot of views, actually.
Would you guys ever do a reunion?
Speedo Cops or Moon?
Both. And/or.
Well, I have a great fondness for Inspector Reeves because he was a good man at heart, but he was deeply flawed, Lee Hart.
Yeah.
His intentions were always very good, but somewhere along the line and somewhere along the path, he got lost every time.
So different than the guy that played him.
Yeah, very different
I was
from the
going to
man
say,
that
is the
played him.
character based on him?
I don't think you're acting that much in that series.
Now, listen, I don't want to put a dampener on things because there's a Friday buzz going on.
So I just answer your question. Would we get back together?
Yeah.
Moon TV crew? Would the Beatles get back together?
Well, yeah. Neither of you got shot.
Well, all I'm saying is same kind of level.
Sorry, I was just zoning out there. Now, listen, Bogsy.
You're about to bring it down.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
Bogsy. He doesn't want us
Yeah.
trying to solicit new Bhuja listeners by individually ringing people. Says it's
Right,
not
okay.
a great way to grow a radio show or a radio station. We had a bit of a debacle yesterday,
Oh,
of course, with Troy.
You're going to get one, aren't you?
You're always going to get one, but I don't care. I'm still keen for people to text 3483 if they want us to try and convert someone to Bhuja.
Exactly right.
I don't care what Bogsy says. I never have. So I'm just going to disregard that email. Yes, ma'am.
The powers that be weren't keen on the Turi going out into the Hodaki Gulf
That's
and
right.
broadcasting,
That's right.
but they did it. And now look where we are.
No one wanted Edmund Hillary to climb Mount Everest, but he did it, didn't he?
Didn't they? Why did they not want him to?
Well, they probably didn't mind him doing it, but no one said he could.
No one wanted Mark London. No, that's probably not.
No one wanted David Bain.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
No,
let's move on.
So text 3483 if you've got a friend or a family member that doesn't listen to Bhuja, we'll give them a call and see if we can sort them out. In the meantime, here's Old Jay. You're listening to Bhuja.
Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt. Bhuja.
Radio Hauraki.
Oh, man. The Black Crows on Radio Hodeki this Friday afternoon. And thanks for all the people texting in. It's great to see a lot of people wanting that $500, Maddie.
They certainly are. I tell you what, he's a hard man to pin down today.
Oh, he's got that
Lee
sort of...
Hart, he's back.
Oh, he's
There
coming
he is.
back. He's got that wandering spirit that I recognise very, very, very well. His
He's
time
able.
management is not
Oh,
quite...
there he is.
Oh, here we go.
G'day, mate.
Here we go.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the show. No, that's all right, mate.
Well,
That's
it
all fine.
happened. Oh, Ted Teasdale used to say, if you're going to do these, do it during the songs, not during the voice breaks.
The big wee. That was a 5-minute song.
Well, it didn't start at the start of the song.
Right. Okay.
Right, okay.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
You're all good, though.
Picking up what
I'm
you're
fine
putting
now.
down.
Hey, a lot of people wanting us to ring people too, by the way, to try and convert them to Daily Bhuja. I think we'll do that a little bit later on the show.
How about yesterday? God.
Yeah, well, that's...
We don't want another scenario where Lee tells them to go F themselves.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what Bogsy was pretty upset about, apparently. But, that's the beauty of live radio, Lee Hart. Occasionally your passion gets on top of you and stuff comes out, as it were.
I think that's why people relate to us as opposed to other shows. That's why we're one of the top rated shows in the country right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're real. We say it how it is.
We're fallible, Lee Hart.
That's right.
We're fallible. We're human.
Cut us, do we not bleed?
Oh, you're not going to do the gladiator thing again, are you?
I prefer it if you did the Maximus Decimus Meridius.
I might die in this hell tonight, or in the arena tomorrow. I am a slave. What possible difference can I make?
I didn't even know that was a big quote from the movie. I can't even remember
Chose
it.
to learn, that's all.
Right.
Well, I think in the movie it probably sounded a bit better than that. So you probably
would have had a soundtrack.
I mean, the situation is, Matt, that you're actually not recognising it because it probably sounded nothing like
Look,
that.
you put the music behind that he had would have sounded just as good.
Was that Russell Crowe's character?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell you what, have you seen him lately? There's certainly not going to be a gladiator too.
Is he fat?
He's very old and kind of looks like Santa.
Hey, just on the $500, thanks to the guys that saved my bacon, someone's going to be flying solo for the first time this weekend, Lee Hart. Not flying solo as in, being on the town trying to find a partner, but actually flying solo.
I thought that was a euphemism for masturbating.
Well, yes, it is, but not in this case, because he's actually saying, if you guys give me that $500, I promise you, on my word, that the next time I fly, I'll do it with a Hauraki banner, with a Hodaki banner. That's a pretty good call, actually, because everyone wins. You know what I'm saying?
Was he a pilot?
He's flying solo for the first time this weekend.
Oh.
And then after that, he said, if you give me that $500 to help me pay for my flying lessons, I'll fly the Hodaki banner from the back of my plane.
Imagine a Hodaki banner on the back of a 747 on the way to Dubai or something.
Well, just painting the whole plane like the All Blacks did that year that we lost. we had the All Blacks all over the plane.
Right. Yeah.
07. When they wore those ridiculous grey jerseys.
What a shocker that was.
Yeah,
Who
was.
Who was the ref?
Barnes. Yeah, well, you can't blame him. We were crap.
You can.
Just take it on the chin. Speaking of which, we need to resurrect our sports preview of the weekend. Yesterday was a debacle. There was a lot about yesterday's show that was a debacle, so we need to rectify that as well.
Remember that forward pass?
Oh, for God's sake, Matt, let it go. Here's Super Groove. Super Groove there on Radio Hodaki this Friday afternoon. Now, I just wanted to ask a question. Just put it to you guys. If people leave stuff on their desks, that makes it open, really, doesn't it?
What kind of stuff?
Well, like Mania has Barocas and stuff, and he had a few tins of tuna and all that sort of thing, and crackers and a few cheeses. I kind of reckon if people leave stuff on their desk, it's fair game. Fair call, don't you think?
I think if you take one Barocca, it's fine, but when you've taken half the tube and put them in your pocket, that's not quite how it works.
Well, I'm kind of the theory that, if you don't... If you want to look after something or protect something, you put it in your drawers. If it's on your desk, then it's, especially in an open office like Radio Hodaki is, you can just hoe into it, can't you?
Yeah, but most people put them in their desk drawers, not the other definition.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's interesting. But speaking of which, last night, of course, big night, of course.
Talking about that,
big night. The radio awards, not the awards, the
next week.
Survey.
Yeah.
There's big night. You had a big night, didn't you?
Oh, I had a few. Couple of...
You sort of put me in a cab or something, didn't you?
Well, no, we were in Ponsonby.
Yeah.
And I thought it was probably time we left. We'd greeted everyone.
What time was that, Matty? What time do you think?
In Ponsonby, was it?
No, it was Ponsonby.
Right.
That was after the Irish bar.
Did you know what cab you put me in? What sort of colour it was? What company it was? Because I left something in it.
What did you leave? Your phone or something?
Number jeans. So if you could tell me what company it was, it'd be helpful to track those down.
You left your jeans in the taxi, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even going to ask.
Can you remember, Matt, what taxi company it was?
I have no idea. I bundled myself into the next one, I think.
Right. Okay.
Well, it was probably an Uber,
You didn't
wasn't
have my
it?
jeans, did you?
No, the jeans must have come off on the...
Might have been an Uber. It's going to be very hard to track down my jeans via an
Might have
Uber
been a
cab.
police car. Can't tell you.
No, it wasn't a police car.
That wasn't a police car.
They'd have a record of that if I had my jeans left in a police car.
Get your jeans back in an evidence bag if that was the case.
Corporate cabs, they might keep a record of that kind of thing.
Might have been Auckland Co-op.
You think so?
It'd actually be quite fascinating to because I imagine that taxis would have quite amazing sort of lost property bins.
A cache.
Is it a cache or a cachet?
I thought a cachet was like when you're a builder and you're trying to do a cash deal.
No,
but
that's
you
a
try
cachee.
No, but if you try to make it sound less dodgy, you go, it's a cachet.
Or is that when you try to
I
charge?
put
more?
your bathroom in for a cachet.
Right. But they must have an amazing cash.
A cash.
Taxi companies, surely. Imagine
Yeah.
the stuff that people leave behind in the taxis all the time.
Totally.
And then they can't remember that they've actually left it behind or have no idea that they've even left it behind.
Didn't you lose your virginity behind in a cab, Matt?
Yeah, I did actually. No, not virginity, but third base, I suppose you'd call it.
What's third base?
It's when you.
What's third base, for God's sake?
This is beginning to feel like one of those kind of shows. It really is. Hey,
Are we
keep the
seeing
texts coming in.
seeing nipples in the third base?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you see that in first base, don't you? Second.
No.
It's second at least.
maybe.
Easy second. It depends what you're doing to the nipple.
God.
Let's take a break. This is Bhuja.
Daily Bhuja with KFC. The Zinger Mozzarella Burger has a brand new Zinger coated mozzarella patty.
Oh, yes, indeed. Red Hot Chili Peppers here this Friday afternoon. Where would we be, Lee Hart, without the Red Hot Chili
Tell you what,
Peppers?
that really takes me back, that song.
Does it? Where to?
So far.
Were you buying shoes or jeans or
It
undies?
takes
What
me
were you
so far
buying?
back, I can't remember where it was.
Okay.
I just heard it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those stock standards.
Yep.
The old Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
Always
Yep.
gets you going on a Friday afternoon. It's a good
It
thing.
does. I think I was buying shoes.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Let's go to the phone lines. G'day, Matt.
G'day, mate.
How are you going, man? Who are we talking to?
John, and I'm going fantastic. How are you, bloke?
Yeah,
Is it John or Don?
John.
Okay, John.
John.
I'm going really good. Lee's going, well, I'd say
Really good?
not too bad. I'll be honest with you, Lobo de Noche, the Night Wolf, he's looking a bit green. He looks like he's in pain, basically, John.
I'm almost taking advantage of here of the dog, and I'm verging on hoitus coitus, John.
It looks like Lobo de
That
Noche
doesn't
tied
sound
one
good at
on,
all.
to be honest.
What was that? Sorry, John?
Oh, I was just saying that doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, so it was a lot better than the depths of hell this morning where I was bleeding out the eyes, but
Yep.
it's good.
Hey, John, what's your plans for the weekend, man?
Just got a little bit of work on tomorrow. Warriors game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
And,
good.
Yeah, you're playing in the Warriors,
what
are you?
else, really?
Are you playing for the Warriors?
No.
Right,
okay, all right.
No, that's all good. Hey, John, what are you calling up about, mate?
I believe I may have heard the Bhuja Hawk.
Yes, you did.
God, he's good.
I did?
He was very sharp because that was a very sneaky one, man.
It was stealthy as hell.
I didn't hear that at all, but John, you're completely right, my friend. Of course you are. So stay on the line, and we'll sort you out with some sort of extraordinary Bhuja prize.
Speaking of which, mate, John, how do you feel about cream corn?
Cream corn.
Yeah.
It's not bad on toast.
Okay, we've got about a ton of it to give away, so we might get that down to you. With maybe some bumper stickers as well from Hauraki and Wakachangi.
Was this the stuff
and
that
a
was
ton
on
of
the-
cream corn?
Was this the stuff that was on the Rena wreck?
Yeah, it came off the Rena wreck.
That it's
yeah.
all fine. It's all good to go. It's not
Good to
been
go.
contaminated.
That lasts for about 500 years, apparently.
Corn fritters for Africa.
And we'll throw in a double pass to Marlon Williams' gig in Dunedin.
Really?
Awesome.
Whereabouts are you calling from, John?
I'm actually in Auckland, so I don't know if that would work.
Do you know anyone in Dunedin, though?
Are you talking about the
No,
gig or the
I-
cream
I
corn?
don't, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
You want
Cream
the-
corn, you're fine with that, though. That's going to get you no problem from here.
I'd love the corn.
So you
Okay.
prefer the corn than the Marlon Williams Dunedin tickets?
Okay. What do you reckon a ton of cream corn's worth if you traded it financially, money-wise?
They've got to be at least 80 cents a can, wouldn't they?
80 cents a can. you
I
reckon?
want to know what sort of format they're coming in. Are they coming in a can or just a big wadge of cream corn?
Well, it's coming in a, what do you call those things?
So what, 80 cents a
A
can? How much does a can
monsoon
weigh?
bucket.
In a monsoon bucket.
Yeah.
What, that's going to fly over your property and open up?
Yes.
What's a can? 250 grams?
Well, let's just say it is.
So how many cans is that? Go on, do the math for us, would you, Matt?
Probably about 10 monsoon buckets of cream corn be coming your way.
It's 3.5 grand, I reckon.
3,500 cans
Give
of
or
cream
take.
corn, all yours,
No,
John.
3.5 grand.
Oh, right, okay.
For a ton of
That's
cream
a lot of
corn.
money.
That is.
It's a
You've
great
done
prize.
very well, John.
It's a great prize pack.
That's a fantastic prize.
Good on you, mate. Stay on the line. We'll sort you out. You have a great weekend, buddy.
Cheers, you too.
Thanks for the call. All I'm saying, Mania, is this is... You know, the thing about live radio, mate, you only get one opportunity. The door will only open an inch, and you've got to get in there when that door opens an inch, or, mate,
And
you've
can I
blown
just say,
it.
Jace, can I just bring myself in here for a moment?
Sure.
If you just pan back for a moment. Look, I've done probably, 1,500 Name That tunes? I've never repeated myself. I've done they're all different. They're from different genres. I'm not proud of all of them. Some of them I would say didn't nail. Others, I'm very proud of. What I'm saying is, Mania, it's a special thing. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. Don't stuff it up.
It feels like a wee bit of a chore, to be honest. I just sort of came in here.
If you're just joining us, Mania is going to be doing Name That Tune instead of myself.
A lot of people, just on that note, by the way, have texted in Mania saying, how do we spell Mania? And it's M-A... N-A-I-A.
Yeah, every second letter's an A. It's
Yeah,
very
good
difficult
stuff.
to get
Yeah.
in Scrabble.
But what I'm basically saying is, and you're right, to be fair, Lee's chucked you under the bus here because you just came in to ask us about something and he said, I've got nothing for Name That Tune.
Wait a
Please
minute,
save
Can
me.
I just say this, Jace?
Yeah.
I don't want you to stuff up and be the personification of stuff ups. I want people to go, you know what? I had a Mania tonight because of what you've done. I don't want people to go, you know what? I crashed my car. I had a real Mania yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. But in Mania's...
I tried to chat to this girl. I had a real Mania.
But
You know what I'm trying to say?
I will just say this.
I do, yeah.
I will just say this. On the few opportunities that Mania's had to play
Yes,
Name
he
That
has,
Tune,
yes.
he has absolutely nailed it, Lee Hart. Clear, concise, beautifully paid.
I actually knew what the songs were.
Same.
But I think you guys are missing the point of Name That Tune.
What, that
If everybody knows what the tune is, what's the point of doing it? It's supposed to be a little bit mysterious. Okay? It's supposed to be out of tune. It's supposed to be... All right, man, what are you going to do?
Okay. Shit.
Half-assed guitar thing.
Here we go. It's time now for Mania's Name That Tune.
Okay.
No, I don't know it.
Shit, yeah, really put on the spot here. Okay, here goes. Oh, Jesus. Have you tuned this thing, Lee?
Well, it's not my job to tune your guitar when you're doing Name That
Oh,
Tune.
this is a dirty trick, isn't it?
I think it's missing a string, though, to be fair, Mania.
I have put a weird string on there, but
You've put a bloody bass string on here.
no, it's a guitar, electric guitar string on. Don't worry about it. Just.
Oh, Wonderwall.
Oh, very good.
Who's that?
If you know what that tune is, please give us a call on 0800 Hodaki. Love to hear from you.
This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
You sure is great to have your company this Friday afternoon as we head into the weekend. Before 5 o'clock, we had Mania's Name That Tune. And Mania, would you like to give us a bit of a refresh, mate?
You never asked me to do that.
Yeah, well, I just like Mania's
It's
playing.
just nice
be
to
honest.
listen to.
Yeah, it's just pleasant to listen to.
Thanks, fellas. Went a little something like this.
Yeah, you see,
little half-assed,
you see.
but I'm sure
Well,
people-
no, there was an echo of passion there. There was a bit of soul in that, which
Mania,
I
can I
find
just
is
thank you for that?
yeah, that was really good, man.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. Let's go to Alicia. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How's life, Alicia?
Oh, just the usual day-to-day stuff, really.
Yeah.
Busy, yeah.
Yeah, but at least it's Friday, though, eh?
Well, that's right. So
What-
you can't go wrong with that.
What are you going to do with the rest of your Friday, Alicia?
I've got a bit of DIY projects going on at home, so
Right.
got to get onto them.
Good on you, mate.
Alicia, can I ask, are you single?
It's no.
Okay.
Why, Lee? Why do you want to know? Pardon?
Who are you asking for?
Well, I'm just going through a bit of a messy time at the moment. That's all. A bit complicated.
I'm available for those cachets.
Okay.
Oh, you're available for the cachet, Alicia. Okay.
Is that what you mean by
by
DIY?
Okay.
Well, stay on the line, and
Yeah, we'll just stay on the line anyway for
Lee will take
Lee's
your
sake.
details.
Alicia, can you name that tune?
I hope so. Is it You Somebody by Kings of Leon?
Close, but no
I can
cigar.
see
Sorry.
why you went there, actually.
That's actually what I thought it was.
Yeah. Sorry, Alicia, but hey, thanks for the call and thanks for listening.
Okay, then.
Thanks, mate. Good luck with the DIY. Let's go to Billy. G'day, mate. Billy.
Woodamoo.
You may have lost Billy, or
Billy seems to have disappeared off the face of the planet. Let's put Billy on hold. Let's go to another
hope
call.
he's okay.
Hello, caller, you're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking
It
to?
wasn't Cosby.
Oh, g'day, mate. It's Meg.
Meg. How are you going, Meg?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks. And yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, Meg. Matty and Lee not doing so well, but I'm fine.
I feel great now.
Meg, are you single?
No, I'm married.
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Now, Meg,
Should we go to the next call?
can you
Yeah,
can
let's
you
call it
name
a-
that tune, Meg?
Oh, maybe. Is it the Foo Fighters' Best of You?
Well done, Meg.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
you
you're
did
good.
really well to pick it up from that rendition. I'll give you that.
Good on you. What's the plan for the weekend?
Oh, I'm actually in Wellington at the moment, and then I'm
cool.
going to head up to the Coromandel.
Oh, beautiful.
Hell of a drive.
That is a hell of a drive. Hey, well, Meg, well done. You stay on the line and we'll sort you out with that prize. Good on you.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
And Mania, thank you for naming that tune. That's fantastic what you did there.
No worries,
maybe you
thanks,
want to
mate.
learn maybe a third chord next time you come in. That's good.
All right, mate. Thank
All
you.
the same.
Here's Everclear. Everclear there on Daily Bhuja Friday evening. Now, we've been getting a lot of text today, Matty, 3483, if you want to get through to us, and you want that $500 cash from the guys that Saved My Bacon. Lee, I
Yes.
want to read you a text here
Okay.
from our good mate Troy from
Are
yesterday.
you joking?
that dick.
Here we go. Another day. Another 3 hours of nasal twang. I take issue with the fact that he said I
Only
had a
been on for
nasal,
about an hour.
a nasal twang.
I didn't even notice it until he said it now.
Troy continues. Still reckon a clean sweep of the Hodaki staff would do wonders for ratings. Still spewing about 3 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Anyway, I'll switch over to the rock now. Go yourself, Troy.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird that he's actually still listening to us.
That's exactly right, Lee Hart. You know what I mean? I think actually he's one of those guys, he protests too much a little bit.
Yes.
And in actual fact, he's really into the show now, but he just can't bring himself
I think he
to
wants to be a
acknowledge it.
DJ. I think he wants to be a DJ.
What's that weird Shakespearean quote you do? He who hath protest.
Protest.
Methinks she doth protest too
There
much.
you go, that's the one.
I think from
You did know
Macbeth.
Shakespeare stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did Hamlet, in fact.
Were you Hamlet?
No, I wasn't Hamlet, unfortunately. I was Rosencrantz.
Who the hell's that?
Well, in Hamlet, there's Rosencrantz and Guildenstein. They're kind of like a comedy.
You get Guildenstein
A,
role?
a comedy couple.
Well, Rosencrantzky's like the second best one.
Rosencrantzky.
Is that what you
Kransky.
said?
No,
It's a sausage.
Rosencrantz.
Right, yeah, he's
We're not talking jerky here, Matt.
talking bloody literature.
Or Italian
Was that
sausage.
was that a gay role?
No, but I made it one. You know, with theatre, what they do now, particularly with Shakespeare, they try and adapt it all the time to make
Yeah.
it more modern. So I made my character gay. And in the actual script, Rosencrantz isn't gay.
Were you trying to say there wasn't gay people back in the day?
No, I'm sure there were
You're trying
gay
to
people
say
back in the day. I'm just
being
saying that
homosexual is a modern thing.
my Rosencrantz was gay.
Okay. Was that a...
With Macbeth?
No, it's Rosencrantz's Hamlet, Matt. It's nothing to do with Macbeth.
I'm just wondering, it's just like an egg and chicken thing, perhaps, that you played it gay, and after that they said, oh God, my God, he's playing it gay, as opposed to you decided to play it gay. If you know what I mean, what came first?
My decision to play it gay.
Rosencrantz.
Well, Rosencrantz came first, and then my decision to play it gay came second. There was nothing in the script to suggest that Rosencrantz should be gay.
I'm just wondering if the director said to you at some point, Jace, this is really cool, but you're playing it a bit gay. And you said yes. Then
Deliberately so.
then you decided, yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Was Macbeth the sequel?
Oh my God. Let's go to Muse.
That wasn't.
Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, and the Bhuja Hawk. Till 7 tonight on Radio Hodaki.
By got a funny headline.
Muse there on Daily Bougie. You got a funny headline, did you
Lee's got
say?
a funny
Well, I was just
headline.
looking at something there, and there's a headline that came up.
Do you want the sting for funny headlines?
Yeah, do please.
Yes.
Funny headlines.
Yes, a man, 35-year-old man, high on LSD, has saved a dog from an imaginary fire.
Right. Oh, I think that's a great headline.
What a hero.
Not all heroes wear capes.
That's right. Fantastic.
Some of them trip balls.
We were talking today actually because Jimi Hendrix was playing before our show.
Was he?
Yeah,
Not live.
Not live, obviously. It was, and Matt was telling the story, the legendary story, and he hopes it's true, but he doesn't want to find out if it's not true.
I don't actually care if
I'll
it's true
tell
or
you
not.
if it's
It's
true.
such a good story.
Well, that he used to put acid tabs beneath his sweatband on his head and absorb it that way.
He'd start sweating.
He'd
and
start
absorb it.
sweating, and it would go through to his pores and stuff. And I said, "Well, that's very, very
No, but
likely."
then he'd go on these big guitar riffs.
I couldn't comment on that, actually. I doubt if he did, to be honest.
I don't. Here's another interesting thing we were talking about before you arrived: the age of 27.
Yeah.
Can you name 5 artists that died at the age of 27?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Nirvana. What's his name?
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt
Yep,
Cobain.
that's
Yes.
There was a recent one. Ish. A few years ago.
Well, help me out here. It's not a quiz.
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Yep.
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
It's
There's a lot
extraordinary,
in
isn't
the
it?
60s and 70s, yeah.
It's just so weird. 20. All
It's like
these
the
people.
age that people overdose on heroin in a hotel room.
Yeah, I never knew actually that so many people had died at the age of 20. So many famous people had, died at that age. Shannon Hoon.
What?
Someone just texted that. Maybe I thought that they had as well, but no. Carry on. As you
Shannon
were.
Hoon. Is that
Shannon
such a
Hoon. I don't know. It's just a text. Someone's texted them.
Look, yeah, I just think, obviously they're in their heyday there and the experimenting. They're
Oh,
all
the Blind Melon lead singer.
death by misadventure, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean it's really sad, but it's actually quite freaky. Speaking of which, Amy Winehouse, I watched the documentary on her the other day.
I
on
actually
Netflix.
got at 27 myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
And came back again.
Yes, I did. I was revived. That's when I
That was on a stage, wasn't it?
No, I flew into power lines with a hang glider and got electrocuted.
Is that when you lost your taste buds?
So I lost my taste buds for 6 months.
Is that when you got the steel plate in your head?
Well, it's because the steel plate made it worse, actually, because that's all the electricity was.
Conductor.
Yeah. So
So
I ended up in a coma, for 6 months. Okay. When I woke up, I couldn't taste anything. I lost all my sense of timing, comically.
So what? You hang glided into some power lines.
Yes, I did, yeah.
You got electrocuted.
Yes.
But who revived you? You said you got revived.
Well, this is a blur to me, Jace. I mean, obviously I got put in an ambulance, taken to the A&E.
And you were in a coma for 6 months.
Yes.
And this is when you were 27.
Well, it was literally on my 27th birthday.
Is that why you were hang gliding?
Yes.
Had you hang glided before?
Well, someone gave me a voucher for my birthday, and I flew into some power lines, got electrocuted, was in a coma for 6 months, lost my taste buds and my sense of comic timing. And next thing I knew, I'm doing a radio show.
And now if you stand next to a microwave, don't you
I start urinating.
Yeah, because of the plate in your head.
Jeez, eh? Watch out for the age of 27, that's all I can say. Here's the Foo Fighters.
What is truth but a dirty black cloud coming out of the blue?
Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, Bhuja on Radio Horaki.
Yeah, so basically just a little bit of cheese. Just grill it slowly. And just let it simmer. Only way to do it.
What the cheese simmer?
Or the whole thing, the whole package.
With the cheese on it, or do you...
Well, definitely with the cheese on it, yeah.
Right, okay, cool. Hey, and just to put your mind at rest, just because she laughed at you doesn't mean anything bad happened.
Well, you took that go outside.
Yeah, because I mean, she was laughing, but she was with you guys, eh, Matt?
Yeah.
And
I
just
think
because
she was laughing with us, wasn't she?
Wow, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
An element to it. But I walked into the office today and I had 3 people laughing at me, which is very, very bad for the anxiety when you've had a big night the night before with everyone at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Now,
But it's good when someone has more of a shocker than you.
now listen. With regards to the Save My Bacon, the $500 cash, I'd like to read this text if I might, Lee Hart. I could do with a 500. Last night, I rested my false leg too close to my Kayla gas heater and it melted. Apart from nearly choking from the fumes, I'm now stuck at home. If I have any cash left over, I'll upgrade to a leg with the cassette heel. Beautiful. Cheers, John.
I like that.
Yeah.
Not overly relatable.
But I don't know that you can actually get the false leg with the cassette heel in it. I know that, of course, you can get the cassette shoe, but you can't, I don't believe, get a false leg with a cassette heel.
If you're going to get a false leg made, you can certainly get a cassette deck put into it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you wanted to get a cassette put into your fake leg, I suppose you could. Probably cost about $500 too.
Or like a Yui boom.
Speaking of a Yui boom, Lee Hart, we've got one to give away very shortly. Text us on 3483. Tell us what your greatest year of music was, and you may win that Yui boom very shortly.
May just do.
You may just do. You know, funny thing today.
Yeah.
Right, I was at home.
How funny.
Well, it's not very funny.
You want to sting or something for this? Or?
If we got one.
Yeah.
Hey, funny thing happened with Jace today.
Well, it wasn't that funny, actually, but
Why'd you make me play the sting?
like I was at home, right? I'd walked the dog, done the gym, done all my chores, and I was sitting at home and there was no one home there, right? It's been 22 days without a cigarette for me.
Right.
And I was sitting at home and I had nothing to do.
Is that why your knuckles are white?
I had nothing to do, and I was going, I'm getting a bit toey, I'm getting a bit fidgety, you know, and when I get like that, that's when I have a cigarette, when there's nothing going on. So I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to have a durry. I'm going to go to work, meet up with the fellas, have a bit of a chat. We could chinwag about the show, just talk crap, whatever, blah, blah, blah. At least I'll be doing something. I turn up, I get into the Hodaki offices. There's not one single person here. So I went from being at home by myself, went all the way into work. There's no one here. You're all at the pub.
This is more of a rant than a
Funny
slice of
thing.
life.
You need the rent sting. Hold on.
Like no one in the office at all.
Not one person.
Where are they?
They're at the pub, Lee.
You're kind of like one of those elderly people who has needs a visitor. You know, when some people go and visit elderly people who live by themselves.
Yes.
And go and see if they're all right and talk about...
Well, I don't know how you guys are, but if I'm left to my own devices, I will smoke durries. You know what I mean? I'll hoe into all the bad things in life. I know you wouldn't, but I mean, you'd probably hoe into the JDs, wouldn't you? Or something like that. The bourbons.
No, probably not, no.
Well, when you're by yourself, Matt, what's the bad things you do?
You don't want to know. The bad things I do. Oh, all sorts.
I probably watch too many documentaries. I probably...
It's always the
the
most
History
horrific
Channel.
thing. The most horrific things that spring to mind when you get asked that question.
yeah.
A lot of people say 1975 for the best year of music, by the way.
Why? 75. What do we got there? What year? What songs can I think of? 75.
It'd be like,
what was number one 75, Matt? Google it up.
1997.
Well, there would have been sort of Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Earth, Wind and Fire, Shining Star.
Who?
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, can
What
you
else?
play
What
it?
else? What else?
It's a great song.
No, play something.
Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Elton John did a cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
The Beatles song, yeah.
Yeah. Joe Simon, Get Down, Get Down. Is that the one? Get Down. Must be.
The Frankie Valli one. Is that the... Oh, what a night.
No, that's Oh What a Night.
Yeah, that's Oh What a Night.
Okay.
Hey, keep those texts coming in because we're going to go to the White Stripes, and after that we may give away this Yui boom. Is it a Wonder Boom or just a Yui boom?
I tell you what, Jace, it is a Yui boom too.
Yui boom too.
Certainly is.
There's the White Stripes. White Stripes there on Daily Bhuja. You know, the interesting thing about the greatest year of music, Lee Hart, a lot of people, 1975, 74,
Born to
78,
Run. Born to Run.
Born to Run. Born to Run.
Yeah, huge.
But it's kind of hard for me because, you know, if you weren't born in those years, it's kind of hard because it's not my kind of age group.
What year were you born?
1981. But
So how
just
old are you?
looking at...
You're
looking
81,
at,
mate. I'm 89.
were you born in 89?
Yeah.
So you born in 81, that'll make you...
1988, another one there. G'day, mate.
Just the year before I was born. What a good year that was.
Need some advice to do with ants all over my car.
Ants on your car.
Is that a euphemism?
No, someone says, g'day, mate. Need some advice to do with ants all over my car.
Look, I can talk about tyre pressure and stuff, but I don't really know ants on cars. Maybe just spray them.
Yeah, maybe I'd do the spray.
Go through a car wash. That'll get rid of them.
Yeah, good plan. Good advice, Lee.
Glad you saved this till 5:30 when most people are listening.
Yeah,
Have
good
you
stuff.
ever gone through a car wash with your doors open just to clean the inside of your car as well?
No, I never have.
No, haven't? You want to try that? It's good. I remember I was so broke a few years back, right? We had the, what's the word for it? The water cut off in our house. Okay.
You had the water cut off in your house.
We
Yes.
had no hot water, whatever. So as a flat, what we used to do, we used to drive through a car wash with the doors open. That's how we used to shower and wash.
Those are expensive though, aren't they?
Car washes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been cheaper probably to keep the power on.
Don't they have like hot wax and stuff?
Yeah, we used to get hot waxed. We didn't pay for the hot wax, of course. But, we'd argue about that. One of the guys wanted hot waxing. I'd say, no, we're just going for a straight soap and wash.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I lived in a flat where we didn't have power for a year. And, in fact, we used to have and in our shower, we had cold showers every day, which was totally fine. But we also had mushrooms growing in the floor of our shower.
Is that when you lived in a commune and there were no doors on the toilets?
Yeah, totes.
Didn't you start...
There's nothing like getting to know someone, when you seeing someone poo. It's a real barrier breaker. Sorry?
In the shower?
Pardon? No, just on the toilet with no doors. What were you saying?
Weren't you part of the first Gloria Vale thing?
Well, no, it wasn't really a religious commune. It was more about free living.
Sexual. Oh.
It was more about finding our true selves.
Free living, because you're broke.
Yeah, well, just living off the land and stuff. And growing your own crops, seeds.
Is that basically you guys living in a house and growing weed?
Pretty much. But, it was good times. That was what, 1995 it would have been. 95, a year without power. Mania, now I've noticed you've been here at work for 4 hours, and all I've seen you do the whole time is drink beer and play Name That Tune.
First day back from your holiday.
It's your first day back from your holiday.
Starters who comes back on a Friday.
In my defence, I've been here since 8:30.
Have you been drinking beer since 8:30?
What are you saying you had a beer at 9 a.m?
Yeah, I had a beer at 9. But, yeah. Matty...
was that a Waika's Hanky, was it?
It was, yeah. Matty actually turned up at about lunchtime and we went out for a beer and he said, you just got back from holiday. Why have you bothered coming to work? I said, Matty, it's 12:30 and we're at the pub.
Good call, mate.
That was a good point.
That's why I've come back to work.
Well,
now,
I've had a busy day.
listen, stay tuned because after the break we're going to give away this UE Boom 2.
It's Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Yes, indeed. You're on the radio.
Sure are. That was Smashing Pumpkins. Someone has texted in here, Lee. 1970, of course, Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond.
Yes.
Great man, Neil Diamond. It was. I used to listen to a lot. My dad was a big fan of Neil Diamond. Great songwriter, Neil Diamond. It's not really my cup of tea, but a great songwriter,
Who was
man.
Caroline?
Yeah, good question.
Well, he actually had a lot of lovers, Neil Diamond, at the time. That was sort of his heyday. He was the man in the musical scene.
I can imagine he'd get his numbers up.
Absolutely. Now, we've got a UE Boom to give away.
UE Boom 2, thank you very much, Jason.
Sorry, Matt, my bad. And we're getting people to vote on what they consider to be the greatest year of music. And we're going to give a person a call right now that texted in. Shall we do that?
Yes.
Good stuff, mate.
Hello.
G'day, mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Is this Jeffrey?
Yes, it is.
G'day, mate. It's Lee and Jason Lorber de Noche from Radio Hodaki. How you going, buddy?
Oh, yeah, pretty good tonight, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. What's the plan for the Friday night weekend, Jeffrey?
Heading out to watch some basketball tonight.
Okay.
Nice. Whereabouts?
In Canterbury, in Christchurch,
Oh,
the Canterbury Rams.
Oh, brilliant. The old Rams, eh? Big fan of the Rams.
I'm actually not really onto it in terms of domestic basketball. How do the Rams rate in terms of domestic basketball, Jeffrey?
They're usually pretty good. They're usually in the top 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff.
Do people ever call you Jeff?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I call you Jeff?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
Thanks, mate. Now, listen, Jeffrey, what year of music did you vote for?
I've voted twice, so I think the morning I voted for 2003, and this afternoon was in 1975.
So what changed in the day?
Well, no, there was 2 years this morning, 2003
I
one,
see.
2 years this afternoon. You picked both winners there. They're both through to the next round there, Jeffrey.
Right, that's good taste then.
Very much
Could
so,
have been the
mate.
deciding vote.
Yeah.
And because of that, the good news for you, of course, is that you've won a Yui Boom 2.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very handy.
Yeah.
You can take that to the basketball, get those songs smashing out there, look like the hippest guy on the court.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good stuff, Jeff. Stay on the line, buddy. We'll sort you out with that. No worries at all.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff.
As soon as you said it didn't seem that hip.
Kings of Leon. Kings of Leon there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon /
How do you feel about the show, Jose? How are you feeling?
I think it's got a bit of a your classic sort of Friday vibe about it, to be honest, mate. It's kind of all over the shop, but I don't mind that.
Matt, your vibe on the show?
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I feel like with you, Matt, that about 5 you peaked, you came out of your hangover, you're going, oh, I feel quite good.
I came out with some zingers around 5.
You've kind of
now you're plateauing a little bit
now, yeah.
And
well, we've run out of beer.
This is the interesting point now. We've sort of had that little bit of a second wind, and now you're in the plateau stage. How does Matt deal with the plateau?
What do you do?
Do you go, right, that's me, I'm going to call it after the show tonight, just take it easy?
I remember last night when I left the bar, right? I remember saying, Matt, you've had enough. You've had enough. I'm heading home.
Didn't he put you in the taxi?
Pardon?
Didn't he put you in the
No,
taxi?
I said, I'm heading home.
Yeah.
Matt, you've had enough. Why don't you just call it, head home? You've got a big show tomorrow.
It's interesting because I can't.
Would he listen to me? No, he wouldn't.
I can't remember as trying to wrestle a baby rhino into a taxi. But no, it's a bit of a crossroads, really. And it's all about tropes, if you've got a wingman, per se.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much...
I'm going to ask the listeners out there, what should Lobby de Noche do? He's plateaued. Does he just ride that plateau, take it easy, or does he relaunch?
Well, if we've run out of beers, so if anyone comes down to the studio with a few beers...
Just go across into the reception area. There's
just had a
crap loads of them.
genius idea.
Yes.
And both of you guys are part of this. And as you know, we're doing the Swacky Changy beer, right? And we're going to bring a new range out at some point. You know what we're going to call it?
Lobby de Noche?
Wingman.
Wingman, okay.
You see?
Gotcha.
It's always with you. Wingman.
Can I be on your ads?
Wingman Lager.
Someone's just texted in, send for beers, Matt.
Yes. Because then you've got someone... If someone brings some down, we can have them and drink them together. It'd be great.
Now listen, after 6 we've got to give away this $500. So this is your last chance. Text 3483, tell us why you need $500. We'll consider it and get back to you. All right?
Daily Bhuja with KFC's new Zinger Mozzarella Burger. Seize the cheese.
The Matt and Jerry Show. What was that restaurant we went to in Napes? And we were sitting there and all the meat was in a big cage in front of us.
Did we go there during the cricket and did the Jav turn up?
No, it was just you and I. And a girl.
I don't remember this.
Actually, you weren't there. It was just me and a girl.
Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells for breakfast.
Weekdays at 6 and 24/7 on iHeartRadio.
Soundgarden there on Daily Bhuja. Right.
Was that Soundgarden? Was
Soundgarden, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Yeah. We've got $500 to give away. Let's do it. Let's do it, Matty. Away you go, mate.
I hope that was the right number.
Yeah, that'd be.
I just sort of went for the last number I dialed. I'm pretty sure that was it. We didn't call it.
Not going to be your life partner, is it?
Certainly hope not.
Hello, Alice speaking.
Hi, Alice. It's Lee and Jason Lobo de Noche from Daily Bhuja on Radio Hodaki. How are you going?
Oh, yeah, really good, thank you.
That's good.
But before we get into the details, how long have you been listening to the show for?
Yeah, on and off for a couple of years. So,
on and off? What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I switch every now and again. But
What is it?
Obviously, it's off. You can't listen to it, so I get that. But
what is it that makes you go off?
Oh, the music sometimes.
Okay.
Not so much the chatter or the banter?
Oh, no, the band is brilliant.
No, thanks, Alice.
I'll even go as far as saying you guys are better than Jeremy and Matt in the morning.
Oh, thanks.
What do you mean as far as saying that? I'll definitely say that.
He's a humble man, is Lee. He's a humble man. Now,
and I know the guys, and they know I'd say that.
Yeah, they would know that you'd say that, actually. Now, Alice, why do you need $500?
Well, I am in August going to Switzerland to swim in a race, which is 26 kilometres along Lake Zurich.
Jeez.
Is that in one go, 26K?
Yeah, yep. So we'll start early in the morning and hopefully about 7 hours later I'll finish.
What's the distance of the channel between New Zealand? What's it called? Cook Strait?
Cook Strait, that's about 22, but depending on currents you could probably swim 30 or 40.
But you're in a lake, of course, so you got controlled conditions.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's harder to swim in a lake than it is saltwater, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got less buoyancy, but you have probably a bit more of a steady temperature, depending on whether or not...
Do you have a wetsuit type thing going on? Or?
No, wetsuits are for wimps.
So you can't do wheeze in the wetsuit and keep yourself warm or anything?
No, you just pee as you go, you get used to it.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
So how long would you say 26 kilometres across a lake's going to take you, Alice?
Good question, Jess.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, look, it really depends on the day. If you're having a good swim, I don't know, maybe about 7 to 7.5 hours.
God. Do you cover yourself in Vaseline and stuff?
Yeah, well, it just depends on the conditions. Heaps of sunblock.
Are you talking about swimming now or just
probably...
No, swimming. Because I do the 15k ocean swim most mornings, and
that's what you
pretty
came in
tight.
the other day. You were
Well,
covered in
then
Vaseline.
you'd have Vaseline in your swim bag on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Do you have someone sort of in a kayak beside you making sure you don't cramp up?
Yeah, we'll have a little support crew. So my cousin's helping along, and he'll feed me every half hour or so and make sure that I'm okay.
That's a mission, kayaking along for 20
How do you feed while you're swimming?
You just stop for about a minute,
right.
take on some electrolytes or gels or food.
I thought
You wouldn't be eating a bacon
I
sandwich.
thought he
or
might
something,
be in a kayak with like a tube.
You're not going to have a
going down or
carbonara.
No, well, I have been known to have pizza while I've been out swimming, so, whatever goes on the day, really.
Are you allowed to hold on to the boat or the kayak, or do you have to...
No, so got to just scull there independently, so no sort of support.
I remember when I was doing a lot of my swimming back in the day, my long distance stuff.
Oh,
I would stop for food. I would often stop for maybe a
kebab,
seafood salad, or like a carbonara sometimes, or maybe a
lasagna.
Macaroni cheese is always good.
Yeah, I'm pretty fond of peanut butter sandwiches. They go down pretty well.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alice, that sounds awesome. Good on you for doing that. We'll give you $500 to help you out. How does that sound?
Oh, brilliant. Thanks a lot, guys. You just made my week.
No worries.
It was pretty... that we couldn't... It was a hung jury between you and the lady who wanted a Brazilian.
Well, I'm glad I came through at top.
You did.
Well, the only way you can actually, keep us happy here is that you have a Brazilian as well while you're over there.
Oh, maybe that can be a negotiation for an extra $500.
No, wow, okay.
Alice, congratulations. Thanks to the guys that saved my back end, and all the best. And when you do that, give us a call when you come back into the country and tell us how it went.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Cool.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks,
Fantastic.
mate. Stay on the line, Alice. God's sake, you had to go there, didn't
What's
you?
that?
You had to say it,
Well,
didn't
I just
you?
thought, wow.
God's sake.
Be less drag.
I mean, macaroni cheese?
Yeah.
Why would you eat macaroni cheese on a lake, Lee?
Yeah, you got to go.
It seems to be Italian that you go for when you're swimming.
Well,
Carbonara.
pasta. You're carbo loading.
Carbo loading.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, that makes sense now. Here's LAB.
So you're gonna be taken, babe.
I believe it was actually 6:24 last night that we played that song. And we played it 6:24 tonight.
That's why it's resonating with people, I think.
Yeah.
And I just got a text from someone saying, great show tonight.
Oh, great.
Who was
And
it?
a special call out for you, Jace.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Jace is having a great show.
Did they say that, did they?
That's what it said,
Did
yeah.
they say anything about me?
I didn't mention you, Lobo, but, here is another text. Lobo the Noche. What a legend. Yes. There you go.
What a legend.
Yes. I'll take it. Who is that from?
I actually just made that up, to be honest with you, but...
How are you doing, by the way, mate? You seem to have Have you
I
been...
have plateaued.
Yeah, you plateaued, but you seem to be coming out of it again. You're getting your colour back in your cheeks and stuff.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I woke up
Because you
this
went out to
morning.
the bar across the way.
Mania and I went to the bar next door, had a couple of beersies, and that was very much hair of the dog because I got into work and I looked at a computer screen and, I had a 20-foot stare in a 10-foot room. I was listening to Angus and Julia Stone this morning. There was all sorts going on. I was bleeding out the eyes.
I can't really condone that kind of behaviour, Matt. With Mania heading over there, you've got a job to do. You've got a top radio show to do. Just maybe prioritise your...
What music do you like to listen to when you're hungover, Matt?
Jeff Buckley.
Yeah, Jeff's always good, actually, for a hangover.
Last
I agree.
Goodbye by Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm hungover, I don't want to listen to anything at all.
Right, you just want to chill. You just want to just...
Nothing worse than music playing.
No, I quite like music.
Especially not your nagging wife.
No, I just don't want any sound.
Yeah, what were you saying about off-air about your partner? What were you saying, that stuff?
Off-air?
Yeah, you were saying, God... You keep getting off your phone and going, here she goes again.
I'd say off-air, they wouldn't say on-air.
Oh, okay.
So what were you saying? Before. You were saying something about...
About what?
Your partner going off to another...
My greatest love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about an ex. You're in love with a psycho.
Oh,
are you still in love with her?
Are you still in love with a psycho?
No. I've never been in love with a psycho.
But you've made love to a psycho, you're saying?
Oh, I've made love to a psycho. We've all been there, haven't we?
Is that good? Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I have. I wouldn't call any of the people that I made love to psychos, to be honest.
Really?
No. Not to their face.
Lobo de Noche is one of the hardest working mid-range radio DJs around.
I'll take it.
Take it.
I'll take it.
Here's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is Bhuja. New one there from Beck on Daily Bhuja. I was just reading through the text for the people with the $500. Thanks to the guys that saved my bacon. Someone's written in here, duck hunting starts tomorrow. Need $500 for shells and fixing grinder to make mallard salami. You ever heard of mallard salami?
Yes, I certainly have. But
Seriously, have you really?
Grindr, that's a gay app, isn't it?
Well, it's also a gay app.
Is this a gay hunting? Is this like a gay mummy?
Well, it might be.
So
it might be.
Is the salami part a euphemism?
No, I think it's a genuine mallard salami. Be quite keen to taste a bit of that. Well, only if it is genuinely a mallard salami.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Look, hey, duck hunting is starting actually. Is it today?
No, tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow, okay. I think we've just put a video up on the Haraki page. Duck hunting tips from myself. Check it out. That's quite good.
I've never actually seen that video. What was that one?
Well, it goes back a few years, but we just recycled it as we do.
So if people were heading out tomorrow, what sort of things would you be telling them, Lee Hart?
Well, be safe.
Why are you laughing? Is there something that I said?
Can we make that a promo?
What did I say?
That you wanted to taste this. Like,
okay. No, I got you.
I'm very hungover / hair of the dog.
Yeah, no. Just be safe. Take your time. Lay off the booze until after the hunt. All right.
Okay, so if people want to go to our Facebook page, they can see that video?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good, mate.
You can see me drinking Spates, actually, a lot of Spates. Great beer, by the way, great beer. But had I done that video last year, would have been Wakachangi, of course, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Good stuff, mate.
Be safe. That's my message. Be safe.
It's a good message.
Be safe.
Let's take a break. Nirvana there on Daily Bhuja. A lot of people, Lee Hart, liking your idea of your wingman beer. It seems to have gone down well. I've just realised what a great marketing thing this radio is for you, my friend, because you can get instant feedback with regards to your ideas and your brewery and all that sort of stuff.
I've never really thought about it, to be honest, Jace. I've never tried to use this station as some kind of outlet for my other things I'm doing. I've got a text here at the moment. Apparently Wakachangi's in countdown at the moment. All right?
Really?
I could go on about that if I wanted to.
I'm sure you could,
but
yeah.
I don't. So it's in most countdowns.
What else
at a good price. So, but I'm not going to go on about that because that's not what I do, Jace. What I want to do is just do good content.
You've pretty much summed it up there, haven't you?
About the countdown.
It's in the countdown.
Yeah, countdown.
Yeah, well, good stuff.
That's good, though, isn't it? At a good price, countdown, that's pretty available.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, it means nothing to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I live out west, and I don't know if you know this about the West, strangely enough, is an alcohol-free zone in supermarkets and stuff, so we don't get any of that kind of carry-on.
Trusts and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's really interesting because it's pretty much one of the most hardcore places in Auckland, the West. I mean, I love it.
You can't stop at a countdown on the way out there, though.
Well, I mean, if I was really desperate, I could stop at a countdown on the way out, but we voted out West not to have booze in supermarkets.
Did you vote for that?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Why?
Well, because I think that, it's too much.
I voted...
And the trusts get the money and they distribute it to the local community.
I voted not to have trolleys in supermarkets.
Did you?
Last vote, yeah. If you can't carry it to the till, you're eating too much.
Well, what if you're doing like a monthly shop, though?
No, why are you doing a monthly shop?
Well, because that's a really good way of budgeting and saving money.
I always say if you can't carry it, if you're grabbing too much, you're being greedy or you're too fat. You don't need trolleys.
Right, okay.
Are you saying fat people can't carry very much?
I'm just saying, if you can carry it, you can buy it. Shouldn't have huge trolleys that you can load up.
What if someone was to go into Countdown and wanting to load up in Wakachangi?
Well, that's different because we're going to release a new range of Wakachangi with wheels on the bottom of the boxes.
Of the stubby boxes.
And like a handle you pull up, like at the airport.
Oh, okay.
So like you carry on luggage.
Yeah.
What a great idea that is.
There you go. See, ahead of the game.
You can hear people coming to your party by their Wakachangi trolleys.
There's a lot of people going through the airport as well.
Yeah.
A box of Wakachangi with a handle on it.
Any chicken luggage? No, just carry on.
Just this.
Box of Wakachangi.
Brilliant stuff. Hey, what are we going into now, Matt?
This is a song by
Kasabian
called You're in Love with a Psycho. I'm sure many people could probably relate to this.
I can, yeah. Not now, but I mean in the past, definitely.
You really put your foot in it there.
Yes, indeed. So ends another Friday show, and it's been a good one. There's a bit of a party brewing, I see, out in the corridor there.
I think it's from when I told people to come down with beers.
Yeah, well, actually, a lot of people have turned up. Matt, you should be fine for your night show by the looks of it, buddy.
We've got a festival going out there, it's like laneways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, no one's actually brought in any beers yet.
Now, what's the plan for you tonight, Lee? Is it your folks' their 50th wedding anniversary?
That's right, Jess.
It's golden anniversary.
That's right. So is it golden? 50?
It is.
Yeah,
golden?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go out for dinner.
Oh, lovely.
Yep, and have a meal. And
Herb and Ann.
Yeah, with a bit of a meal. And head out. Who knows?
What sort of... Have you decided where you're going yet?
Well, I think it's on the North Shore.
Oh. Okay.
Because my brother's involved. And
stomping ground.
And he's the older brother, so he's dictating where we're going.
Okay.
Which restaurant? Because I'm going out to dinner tonight.
I don't know. You come with us.
Wow, I've got the show. I'm going for a late night.
Oh, you are, of course. Yeah.
That's true.
Do you mind if I bring my mum and dad back into your show later on?
Yeah, bring them in for a chat.
Great.
And can you pass on to Herb and my congratulations after 50 years? That's definitely something to celebrate, mate. Good on them. That's outstanding.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to pick their brains tonight and go, how the heck do you survive 50 years of marriage? Well, not survive. How do you do that? And next week, of course, I'll be giving those tips every day. Different tip.
You're not asking those tips for yourself.
Different marriage tip. That's all.
Great stuff.
You're not personally asking those for
your own marriage.
Well, yes, perhaps I am. But the point is, the listeners, are the most important people, Matt, as you know. So every day, Monday, different marriage tip. Tuesday, different marriage tip. Friday, there you go.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, listen, thanks for listening to us this afternoon. Thanks for listening to us all week. We'll be back again on the Monday.
Assuming that people have.
I know they have, Lee. I know they have. We'll be back again on the Monday from Lee, myself, and Lobby Dinoche. Take care out there. Have a safe weekend. Bhuja to you.
Bhuja to you.